Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast. This week we're covering superheroes who need their own movie.
Starting off, we're talking about not the Hal Jordan Green Lantern, but John Stewart, an equally popular Lantern.
He is the most popular Green Lantern ever, which goes to make you wonder and confused as to why he's never had his own television show, animated, or live action, or a theatrical movie. Why, DC? Why not?
Yeah, and people have been pushing for a movie like that for years. I know maybe this is a possibility. They were put off by the tragedy of the Hal Jordan Green Lantern movie, and it was just so awful because it looked like they were planning a sequel at the end of the movie. Maybe it would have had John Stewart, but I think it is so bad, and people just don't want to remember that movie, that they didn't do another movie with him in it.
That's because they didn't listen to the people, because the people would have told them, one, to do a John Stewart movie, and two, have Hal Jordan in that movie instead of the other way around, and three, you can't do guilt by association. Just because this movie bombed doesn't mean one on a totally different character who has a totally different backstory and a totally different following would not make it.
Exactly. So, yeah, you can't really just judge based off of that. Now, they do plan to do another Green Lantern movie called The Green Lantern Corps, and they have been thinking about having both of them in there, Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Why do they keep trying to push Hal Jordan on us?
Because it's supposed to be like a lethal weapon, I guess, like a lethal weapon with superheroes or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know Hal Jordan enough.
Hal Jordan, it's not that Hal Jordan is not a good character. That's just not it. Because we watched the Green Lantern animated series, voiced by Josh Keaton, and it was a terrific series. It was great, and for those who were really not familiar with Hal Jordan as a character, really got a fleshed out backstory and everything. So it's not that he's not a good character. It's just that for some reason, John Stewart is the most popular. His backstory is more interesting. His personality is more interesting, and how he tends to strategize and work with others is more interesting.
Exactly.
Again, it's not that Hal Jordan sucks, because he doesn't. It's just that I'd rather see a John Stewart movie.
Right.
Now, the way they chose to do the DC live action movie for Hal Jordan, the problem was in their writing and their execution, not in the character himself.
Right. And like I said, John Stewart has a big following. We became fans of this Green Lantern when we saw the Justice League animated series. And so far, the only continuity that uses him as the main Lantern and not Hal Jordan. We've only seen him, like, any other thing besides this is probably Young Justice in a minor role. Or when they did another Justice League movie, but it was with the more supernatural themed characters.
I think if the movie had done a couple of things differently, it would have worked. One, maybe it should have been the whole Green Lantern Corps.
Right.
Instead of just Hal Jordan. Yeah, I think that would have worked great. Two, the casting. We know that Ryan Reynolds, good voice actor, and he's a great actor, but for some reason, it's just that movie did not mesh well with him. And now he's Deadpool, and he's awesome and amazing, but he's always been awesome and amazing in his roles. It's just, that was just not a match made in heaven for him.
Yeah.
And three, they should have paid more attention to what makes the Green Lantern Corps the Green Lantern Corps. All the intricate workings and how they go about choosing, and how they had chosen all these lanterns all over the universe rather than just focusing on Hal. The whole corpse would have been the great thing to do. That's just my opinion, but I think that would have made for a more interesting movie than focusing on Hal Jordan.
Yeah, because like I said, we've seen Hal Jordan a lot. We get he's one of the first human lanterns, so it's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. We see him in countless other continuities, whether the movie, show, comic.
Maybe they should have Josh Keaton playing Hal Jordan. Okay, I know.
That actually would have been funny if they had done it, since the show was supposed to write off success of the movie, and the movie flopped and they canceled the show. Maybe if they had done that and kind of almost did a reverse, have him do live action and the voice, they could say, oh, this is the continuing adventures.
But then we may not have gotten him for Voltron Legendary Defender. Sure, because he would have been too busy and a superstar. So
maybe,
it fell the way it was. Now, I know you're saying out there, I thought this podcast was about John Stewart. Why are you talking so
Stewart.
much about Hal
Jordan?
So,
Yeah.
let's talk a little more about John Stewart. This character originally was released in DC Comics in 1971, so he's been around a very long time. He was created by Neil Adams and Dennis O'Neil, and you know Neil Adams and his amazing artwork that we've seen. And he was set apart for various reasons. As we mentioned, his backstory, also being a minority character, also his original concept was designed on the actor Sidney Poitier, which is really fascinating. And
there's just a lot. He's been a lot of comic continuities like Cosmic Odyssey, Green Lantern Mosaic, Green Lantern Rebirth, Blackest Night, Brightest Day, War of the Green Lanterns, then New 52,
Flashpoint.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, being only the second African American superhero to appear in DC Comics, you would think he would get a lot more love.
Right.
I would say that John Stewart is like Marvel's Black Panther. It took a very long time for Black Panther to get his own movie.
Yeah.
And hint, hint, it's time now for John Stewart. As you said, not only because he's been in just so many different offshoots from DC. He's a popular character. He's been around a long time. And he's actually a historical character in terms of the franchise itself.
Yes.
You've got lots of great actors that can play him. No, not Chadwick Boseman, because he's Black Panther and he's awesome and plays everything else. But you've got a lot of great actors out there that could portray this character, and this movie could be awesome.
Right. And there have been lots of suggestions over the years when they said to do a John Stewart movie if they ever did one. We know now they're going to do a corpse movie, so it's possible he'll be the main character, or like I said, they'll do Lethal Weapon type plot and have both of them together sharing spotlight. But if they ever decide to do one with him by himself, I've seen choices like, I know this was like years ago, so you know they can't apply now. One choice was The Rock, one choice was Jamie Foxx, another one I think Will Smith, Idris Elba. There were like lots of options, but it's the thing with Black Panther is like you have to really pick a person that would fit, that would be like they are this character come to life.
And all of those choices are great, but I think for this role, it would be great to get a newcomer who's got strong acting chops, who's charismatic, who's smart, intelligent. I think all of that will be needed to make this character a breakout star.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, we got a false alarm with the series Arrow and CW, because for a long time we were thinking for some reason that Diggle, who plays his assistant, was going to be an undercover Green Lantern, that's what he was going to be uncovered as, but it never happened.
Yeah.
There was a big false rumor going around on the internet as well.
Yeah, and apparently Green Lantern exists on a whole nother Earth, for the Arrowverse. I guess the people with superpowers exist in different realities, so it's a little confusing at first, so, oh well.
So, next thing we're going to say is if John Stewart is your favorite Green Lantern, let us know why in the comments below. Or if Hal Jordan is your favorite, let us know why you think Hal Jordan is a standout Green Lantern for you. And if you've read any of the comic books and you know their origin story by heart, tell us some more. Give us a paragraph in the comments below, and we will possibly use your comment paragraph in an upcoming podcast.
Oh yes, there'll be a little treat.
Yes.
So thank you so much for watching, and tune in tomorrow to see the next hero we think should have their own movie. I'm sorry, who should have their own movie?
Yes, who?
The Grammar Police. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Ask Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? My man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. With her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket. Give it to you later on in the form of a locket. People in the back, for the people in the front. For the people on the side, for the people on the front. For the people in the middle or the alley, wanna bump and everybody.